And Kellyanne Conway, campaign manager for Donald Trump. She joins us from Trump Tower. Kellyanne, great to see you.
Hi, Lester.
Tell me what it's like now. You have done everything you can do. Now you, like the rest of the country, are waiting. What is it like? What are you seeing in the numbers so far?
Well, it's high energy here. I just was with Mr. Trump on my way down here. He's watching the returns, and we have a whole digital and data war room, not atypical, where we're getting many different inputs from all across the country and trying to piece together our 270. We feel really good about the fact that we've kept this race very competitive with a political veteran who has many advantages and a ton more money than we do. And I just think that the movement that Donald Trump has built has been able to grow the party in a very different way, be more pro-worker, a little less elitist, and frankly, a party that really represents change and not the status quo. We haven't always been able to claim that mantle.
I know you folks have said that Florida is a must-win. Let's put up, if we can put up the Florida numbers and show you where they are. I mean, right now we have it as too close to call, but Clinton with a 49-48 lead there. What are you seeing in those numbers? Does it worry you? Is there a path without Florida?
We have seen the same thing in our internal polling for weeks, if not months, in Florida, Lester, in that we never had Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton at 50% in any of our polls, and you see tonight that's actually happening. And ironically, it's not because the other party candidates were growing their electoral vote. They weren't. Their vote share was actually shrinking in the case of a Jill Stein or a Gary Johnson in most states. It's really just how divided the country and these states are. And Florida is always very tight. Even in the year 2000, it all came down to Florida. And when you look back, George W. Bush had been the nominee for a couple of years. They had cleared the field for him. He had the entire Republican infrastructure behind him, all the elected officials. His brother was the governor of the state, and he won by 527 votes and went all the way to the Supreme Court. So let's remind ourselves how tight of a contest Florida always is. We're hopeful, though, as the panhandle closes, they, of course, vote a whole extra hour because they're an hour behind time zone-wise, that we'll be able to catch up with her. Hillary Clinton banked a big early vote in Florida. But we saw that Mitt Romney was losing the early vote in Florida by about 167,000 votes or so. We cut that number almost in half to about 88,000.
Do you envy her ground game?
So we're hoping for a big day of. Pardon?
Do you envy her ground game?
I don't envy much about her, but I would say that they've got a very sophisticated ground game. She's basically been running for president for 8 years. I mean, since she lost the last time. And it's a very sophisticated operation. I mean, one can argue, Lester, she should have put us away a long time ago. If you've got that kind of ground game, you've got all the money, all the king's horses, all the king's men, all the support, a current sitting president who's incredibly popular, and a first lady who's incredibly popular, a former president that's popular who just happens to be your husband, lots of celebrities. I mean, I think the great reluctance in this campaign has been of people to actually go there with Hillary Clinton to say, if I'm one of the 70% of Americans who wants change, who wants to take the country in a new and different direction, how can I vote for Hillary Clinton?
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.